Hello, how are you, man? Thanks for coming to my YouTube channel. Today is going to be pasta day, okay? Now, I start off with a coffee. Always good, refreshing. Not healthy, but it's once in a while it's okay, I guess, for when I cook. Okay, so first, I pre-broke my pasta because it's very long. Okay, and it's not going to fit in my pan. We're going to fire up the grill. Okay, now that that's going, the importance of oil. Always have good oil. Okay, we're going to make our sauce. Put it in the pan there. We're going to make our sauce. And I got my regular greens, my oreganos, my parsley all mixed together. Cilantro, a little bit of salt. I use lemongrass in mine. Some people do, some don't, but I sort of like the taste it gives. Definitely got to have that old garlic thing going. I use Roma tomatoes only. Okay, if I have to use another tomato, I will, but I like to use my Romas. Okay, I usually cut them up into 4 and then cut them into 4, and that usually takes care of it. Okay, so our oil's getting there. We're going to take a little piece of garlic here. Let that, when that starts to sizzle, that'll tell me everything's good. Okay, we're going to do al dente because I like my pasta chewable. I don't like it soft and mushy. My pasta has to be a certain way. I'm particular on my pasta. When it comes to my pasta, man, always use a good pasta. Don't buy that discount pasta. That doesn't work too well. It's loaded with starches and stuff. Okay. So we're going to get this going. And keep that available. Always got to have it available. Okay. My garlic's starting to sizzle. So it's going a little more proper here. Okay. And I'm going to put my lemongrass in just a little bit before. Okay. I just want to get it coated. It is a grass, lemongrass. Your typical lemongrass. I'm going to give it just a little bit more than the garlic. Okay, now we're going to add our garlic. Every last bit of it. Gotta have garlic. Oh. Adjust my heat a little bit. I got sliced up or diced onions. I'm going to also put in there. so everything gets oiled. Everything gotta have a little bit of oil on it. Okay, let that go for just about 3 minutes. 3 minutes is a good count, usually, to get something done with them. Okay, crank it up just a little bit more. Get that frying going a little bit. Let me get a wipe here. Keep it moving, man. Keep it moving, always. Very important to keep moving. Mmm. Oh, why not? Why not? We'll put it all in. It's going to be oniony. Tasty. Okay, we're just about there. And we're there. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to add my Roma tomatoes. Okay. Juice and all. That's very important. Always got to have Roma. See? Mix that garlic in there. Okay. Now this we're going to let simmer. Okay. After I add my greens. Put those in. I like to leave my greens leafy. A lot of people cut them up and dice them. I dice up a few of them, but for the most part, I like them leafy. Somebody turned me on to that. And ever since then, I've been eating it like that because it's tasty. Okay, we're going to crank the heat up a little bit, and we're going to cover this. We're going to cover this little bugger. Every little bit. Always gives to the pleasure of the food. Now, while that's boiling off a little bit, oh, flavorful. Yes, full of flavor. Okay, now, I'm going to add a little ground black pepper, usually to taste. I like to tell people, just do it to taste, whatever you like to taste, whatever your buds are. Okay, while that's simmering, we're going to stir it one more time. Got a nice simmer going. By the way, it's December. It's 65 out over here in Arizona. It's beautiful, man. Beautiful weather for cooking. And here's to a happy day to you. Okay. We're going to start warming up our water. I'm just going to get the water warmed up. Tomatoes are cooking. And we'll be back in just a few short minutes. That's our tomato sauce. Roma tomatoes. Okay, we're back. Almost gonna plate, but not quite yet. Okay? My water's boiling. Gonna add some salt. Add some salt to that. Get ready for our pasta. This is stirred. Simmer that a little bit. Oh man. Oh boy, does that smell good. By the way, if you have acid reflux, this is a great way to do your tomato sauce. I find, for me, the real thick sauces don't agree with me too well. So somebody told me, why don't you do a pink sauce? And that's what this is. Basically, it's a watered down tomato sauce. And it's absolutely awesome. Nothing like it. Let that simmer. Lower the heat a little bit. Yep. Okay. Water's boiling. Get ready to put our pasta in. Let it go a little bit more. Now, some people say this is worthless, some people say it works. I always put just a little bit of oil inside my water. It doesn't really, I don't think it really makes a difference. It's probably more of a habit. Okay. Doesn't take much for that low flame to go out. A little more pepper. Okay, now that my water's boiling, that's getting a little bit hot. Put one in, and I'm going to crisscross the pattern after break them. Sometimes you just push down on them and they go in through the process of wilting. Yeah, the process of wilting. Let that boil up. I'm not really mixing them a lot. I'm just sort of moving them around. Just a little bit, give them a little spin here and there. Just a little spin. They don't need much. It doesn't need to be stirred up real big, but that's okay. Aerate that a little bit. Cook this down a little. I'm getting a little bit thicker, which is what I want. I covered it to give it the steaming effect. That's not going to need much. The tomatoes are done. Onions are okay. Now we're going to let that simmer just a little bit more. Keep the pasta moving. And as you turn it, you can tell when it becomes al dente because it's just before the point of when it gets soft. So as you turn it, you'll notice your noodles are softening up. Keep an eye on it. Now if I need a little water in here, which at this time I don't really need it, I'm just going to keep mixing it up. Okay. This up again. Whoa, man, I can smell that flavor. Oh gosh. See how they're limp? They're getting there. Almost there. Almost. If you need to add water, you can add a little bit at a time. I'm going to add a little bit. And that's fresh water, good running water. It's okay to add a little bit, don't add a lot, just a little bit so it can heat up with the rest of the water quicker. You're just putting it in just to add, to compensate for the loss. And I'll do a little bit more. This is about ready, but I'm going to do something interesting. If you need to add water to it, okay, you can add a little pasta water. Yes, if I needed to add some water to this, I would simply go in, take from my pasta, and you really want to use the water that you've cooked your pasta in. That works the best. Okay? It's not an old wives' tale, but I'll tell you what, it really makes a difference. Why not utilize some of that water to help improve the taste of your sauce? Okay, almost done there. Now we're going to do the test. Hot. Tiny bit more. I'm going to add a little more water. To compensate for what I took out. Okay. Cover it again. Let's check on this. Okay, now that my sauce has its liquid, okay, I'm going to turn up the heat a little bit. I'm going to cook it down a little. Okay, not much. And my pasta should be done. Let that go just a little bit more. We're going to cook this down and stir it. If I needed to thicken this up a little bit, I could put a little flour in there. And if it was a little bit too acidy, I could put a little green pepper just to kill some of the acid. But this type of sauce works well with me. Okay, the pasta is done. Yep. Let that drain just a tiny bit. I don't use a strainer. I'm going to eat it right away. No need for straining. I want that rich flavor to be in my sauce also. Okay. There you have it. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, pasta. Nothing like pasta day. Hope you enjoyed the video, because I sure enjoy making them. And thank you for coming to my station. Linguine with a homemade tomato sauce. Awesome. A little bit of black pepper, Roma tomatoes, onions, lemongrass, and definitely some garlic.